Maths and the internet is worth more than these rocks that gold bugs spend all day polishing. Well, first of all, guys, I have a soft spot in a way for the gold bugs because I was a gold bug most of my adult life. My father was a gold bug, which made me pretty much made me a gold bug. I saved in gold. I would say I saved in gold from the mid 1990s all the way to, I would say, 2010. So I still had all of my goal all the way to I had my goal all the way to 2021, and I sold all of my lifetime accumulation of gold. I sold and dumped it all into Bitcoin. But I will tell you, so I have a soft spot for the gold bugs because I was one for so long. But looking back on my gold bug period, it just looks more ridiculous now. But, for the vast majority of that time, Bitcoin wasn't available. So it was the next best thing. But let's face it, guys, the majority of people who are adamant about gold, do they really own gold? Like, think about it. Are they really in possession of gold, or they're in possession of a piece of paper? I would say that 99% of everyone who considers themselves a gold bug, gold is real money, they have zero gold. They have a gold ETF. That's not gold. That's another freaking financial product. What are you talking about? That's a financial product that someone wrote the word on it, gold. Okay, gold, GOLD, and just gave you the piece of paper. Like, that's not gold. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? A few of you let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Owning ETF shares is not owning gold. Someone just wrote the word gold on that and hands you the piece of paper. It's not gold. So you mean you own paper gold? I'm about to get to that. So I was a, I was, I went into the gold ETF GLD in January of 2020, 2020, January of 2005. So the GLD, the United States' first spot gold ETF, went live late 2004. I went in January. I had to do some things for tax purposes in late 2004. Boom, that's over January, piled in. And I piled in with a lot of traders of mine into the gold ETF. So yes, I played the paper gold game. But I was always because my dad was a physical gold guy. I believed in the physicality of the item. I wanted physical gold. I had physical gold and silver as well, but physical gold ownership. But did I? Because the gold wasn't in my house. That wouldn't be smart. I couldn't put $20 million worth of gold in my house. Where do I put it? And if anybody ever knew I had $20 million worth of gold in my house, my family is in danger. I'm in danger. I'm a target, right? So I had to have physical gold ownership in a custodian. And I had one of the two world's top custodians in the world storing my gold. Now, get this. I paid for that. So I paid for the most supreme storage and custodianship that you could possibly do. Paid top dollar for it. Never went to London for the purpose of actually seeing it. Never. I never saw the gold. Think about that, guys. Think of the hoax in this. I never saw it. I got paper reports on my gold, but I never saw it. I never touched it. I never felt it. I never held it in my hands. I mean, I had small amounts in the house that I would hold in my hands. There's something very powerful about holding $500,000 in gold in your hands, something really, truly powerful about that. So I don't take that away from gold, and I don't take that away from its physicality. There is something that resonates in the soul when you hold $500,000 in gold in your hands. Something happens. But what I'm saying is, to do it massively, to save over a lifetime in that, do you really have it? No, I had pieces of paper that said I had it. I never saw it. I never touched it. I got reports on it. And so I'm going to tell you that the majority of people that call themselves gold supporters, because that's the real money, none of them have gold. 99% of them don't have gold. They have a gold ETF, piece of paper. Even the 1% that has gold in a custodian somewhere, they've never seen it. They've never touched it. They have a piece of paper. It's all bullshit. Do you understand? All of it. The only thing that's not bullshit is Bitcoin, because it's not a paper. It's not a piece of paper. It doesn't come from another man. I don't have to trust anybody else that it's there. I don't need to have somebody custody it. So, yes, keeping your Bitcoin on exchange is just like I was doing with my gold, keeping it in London at one of the world's top custodians, never seeing it, never touching it. They say it's mine. I don't even know if it's there. And what if I decided to visit one day? How do I know that they didn't just say, okay, Mr. Velez is coming to visit. Take Mr. Johnson's name off the cage there. Put Mr. Valdez's name. Sir, his name is not Valdez. His name is Velez. Oh, well, okay. You know what I'm saying. Just put Velez on that, and let's move Mr. Johnson's name off of that. He's coming around 1:00. Who says they're not swapping names on the cages? Come on, man. It's all a scam. I'm telling you, all of it. All of it. Guys, human beings have proven that they can't be trusted. You will build a failed society if it requires trust. Trust, the very fact that you have to trust someone means that you have an imperfect system. Let me give you an example. I do not have to trust that I am Oliver Velez. I am Oliver Velez. If trust is I believe in your ability to do the right thing by me. I trust that you will. That has never worked in the history of the entire human race. That trust has always been broken, violated. Human beings can't be trusted. But that doesn't mean that they're not special. Human beings become special when trust is no longer required. When you don't have to trust another man, that other man becomes something different. The moment you give another man trust, you've lost. You've lost. History has proven this over and over again, that you can't, it is, the universe seems not to have been constructed in a way where humans are supposed to be given trust. You're not supposed to give another man trust. This is almost like giving another man your life. So a society that is built on trust is already a failed society. You need a society that does not require trust. Now, think about how perfect something is if trust is not required. If I were to ask you, if I were to ask Freddie here with the question, it's like keeping your Bitcoin on exchange here. So say, Freddie, if Freddie's married and Freddie comes visit me with a woman to have dinner or what have you, and I say, "Oh, Freddie, nice to see you again. Is that your wife?" Now, if Freddie says, "I trust that that's my wife. I think, I believe that's my wife," Freddie dies. Do you understand? There's no trust in that. There's no belief in that. There's a knowing. What's better, to I believe or I know? I believe my Bitcoin is on exchange. I believe my gold is being custodied properly. I trust that the banks have my back. I believe, I trust, I think, and then. You think that's better than I know? Like, what society is better? What position do you want to be in? What's more powerful? What's more independent? What's freer? What commands? What has greater command? Knowing or I think, Oliver, I believe, I trust he's doing the right thing. Bitcoin removes the need to trust another man with your life. We have been duped and tricked to give our very life to another man, to trust it to another man. Think about it. Think about this. If your life is made up of time, time is the stuff that your life is made up of, right? So if time is your life and you give your time in exchange for money, money is your life, no? Think about it. Time is the stuff that your very life is made up of. Now, you give your time. You might give 40 hours a week of your time. You give your time. In exchange for giving your time, which is your life, I give my life for this money. This money represents the life, the time I gave to someone or something. So now the money is my life. My life is represented by this money. Now, what we've been told is, now that you have this different version of your life called money, give it to me. This is what the system has tricked us to do. Give me your life because you can't take care of your life. I am your overseer. I am smarter. I am more capable than you with your life. You shouldn't have your life. You should not be, you should have your life in your own custody. You shouldn't be holding your own life. Give your life to me, which is your money. Give it to me. Trust me with your life. That is the whole freaking system. And it has never worked. Never worked. Trust has never worked in the entire history of human mankind, trust has never worked. Think about it. Every single human being in your life has failed you. At one point or another, I want you to think about it. Take a moment right now. Do it now. Every single human being has failed you. Your kids have failed you. At one point or another, they have. I know. I have a lot of them. Your parents, they failed you at one point or another. Your family members, they have failed you. I know. I have a family. Your neighbors, your friends, every professional relationship you have, there's failure in that. I know. It is guaranteed. And so we now have something that gives us the ability to say, no, you don't get my life. I custody my own life. I gave my time in exchange for this. This represents my very life because time is the stuff that my life is made up of. So this is my life, and you don't get your dirty hands off of my life. I custody my own life. I take care of my own life. I do not hand that to another man like I'm some freaking slave child. And I don't need to trust anybody except myself. You know, that is the world that Bitcoin redelivers to society, to human mankind. It liberates us from this system that says, give me your life. Because you don't deserve your life. You don't deserve to hold on to it. Give it to me. Trust me with it.